Hello and welcome to another edition of Pick a Card Tarot with Queen Astro. So today I thought I'd do kind of like a fun one, a posy one if you will, with what is your next big glow up. And that could be anything, you know, money, I almost said money, finances, those are the same thing. Money, love, career, just life in general, you know, physical appearance, what have you. So yeah, and I kind of lined them up in a fun way today. I was like, let's just show everyone all the cards. So we've got piles 1, 2, 3, and 4. And, you know, one or more of these might call to you based on the oracle card, but let's take a quick look at them so you can see them up close. Right into it. With pile 1, we've got nature. Sorry about the ring light. Okay. Pile 2, we have time. And they go like this, just so you know, in case that's a factor for anybody. Pile 3, we have mountain. And these are, sorry, I don't know if I said this already. These are from the Dream Interpretation Oracle deck. So maybe, yeah, if you've seen any of these in your dreams, maybe that's a good way to pick a pile, or whatever method you feel is best for you. And then pile 4, we have books. All right, so again, we've got piles 1, 2, 3, 4. The timestamps will be in the description, and I will see you all in your pile or piles. Bye, y'all. All right, hello, pile 1. If you are here, you picked nature as your dream interpretation oracle card. And before we dive into the, I'll let you know what I have here. I've got the, I believe it's called the Sibia Oracle deck. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but if I'm not, let me know. I'll link that. And the Holly Simple Tarot to kind of look at what specifically your glow up is, pile 1. But really quickly, I'm just going to kind of give like a little vibe check to see if this is where you should be, sort of thing. So nature, right away, I'm just getting like a lot of expansion, especially with this waterfall. It just kind of like, it doesn't matter what's in the way. That water is flowing. So I feel like maybe there's been, oh, and this is kind of interesting. I don't know if you can see this, but doesn't it kind of look like a face? Like a nose and eyes? So I feel like maybe pile 1, you've had a lot of pent up emotions or some sort of passion, at least just because of all the water. That's really just kind of, literally the dam is broken, just because there's just been so much pressure is kind of what I'm feeling. In nature, again, there's kind of an unknowingness to it, right? Like this sort of like man versus nature, for lack of a better word. But there is so much that's mysterious about nature. So maybe there has just been like a lot of big feelings in your life that you kind of just don't quite understand yet. So yeah, pile 1, if that sounds like you, let's keep going. And yeah, like I said before, this is a Sibia or Sibilia oracle deck. I pre-drew the piles, but I haven't seen them, so it's as much of a reveal for me as it is for you. All right, so we've got anger, victory, fright in reverse, angry woman also in reverse. 2 anger cards, 1 in reverse. Yeah, I'm feeling just like a lot of big feelings here. And then love. What did I just say? A lot of big feelings. All right, pile 1. I feel like your next big glow up is in love, and that doesn't have to necessarily be, you know, of a romantic nature. It can be any type of love, but I feel like, you know, like just kind of like the oracle card was predicting. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. There's just been like a lot building up, right? Like we've got anger, Fright in reverse, the angry woman in reverse. The love and the anger both being right side up. I feel like there's kind of like maybe somebody in your life. And again, this doesn't have to necessarily be romantic because this is about you. This is about glow up. But like you feel very passionate about, right? Like, or maybe it's like a subject or like your work. But right now I'm just getting like a lot of feeling based, like relationship. Again, can be platonic, can be friends with benefits. It can be whatever it is. But I feel like there is this like kind of like love-hate sort of thing going on. And right now the glow up I'm getting is that like this fear or this anger that you have surrounding, you know, whatever this situation or person is, like that old you is going to like just turn upside down, is kind of what I'm getting right here, especially with the victory card also upright, because you've got anger, victory, love, all upright. So I feel like there has been, you know, some maybe wild oscillations in terms of how you feel about the situation, or maybe it's even, you know, like yourself, like, you know, some days you're like, I love myself. Some days like, you dumb bitch. And I say that as somebody who sometimes says that to myself. Don't call yourself that, okay? But yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting so far, pile one. But let's look at your tarot cards. What I'm going to kind of do is pull them and we're going to kind of read them together in sort of their meanings, just kind of like clarify the oracle cards in terms of your glow up. But yeah, right now I'm just getting like there's going to be like a really big release of something that's needed to be released, and that victory is going to just really, like, the struggle is over is kind of what I'm getting, pile one. Okay, so let's move on to your Holly Simple Tarot. So we've got, oh yeah, Eight of Cups right under anger. I say as if like I know exactly, but I'm just getting some vibes right now. Oh yeah, the Star in reverse. Temperance. Wow, a lot of major arcana. Temperance in reverse. Sorry, I couldn't count for a second. We've got the Five of Cups right under angry woman. And that doesn't necessarily have to be a woman. It could just be like a more feminine energy, which again is kind of why I'm getting the overall feelings vibe in terms of your glow up. Yeah, and then Son of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. All right, pile one. Yeah, your glow up is releasing this sort of, I don't need, the way this card is usually described by the artist is escapism. And kind of see this card's like, wow, like look at how upset I am about this thing, and it's filling all these other cups, and, you know, affecting them in that manner. And I feel like this isn't to say like don't let your emotions out or don't, you know, say what you need to say, sort of thing. But especially with the Star in reverse too, the Star is, you know, can sometimes be about illusion, right? And I don't think that's referring to the victory, like having a false victory or anything like that. I think more than anything, it's saying like the path to victory isn't like, I'm trying to find the way to say this, like, isn't this anger, because this is in reverse. So like usually it's like when the Star is upright, it's about like spirituality and like intuition and things like that. But right now, and that's what will lead you to victory. But right now, like with the anger and this escapism, and I say escapism, not like you're like, I love being angry at this person or this situation or myself or whatever. But I think it just kind of has become a habit where like it does just kind of like, you know, trickle down sort of thing. And this victory is coming to you because you are, I see, like kind of like shedding these old patterns is kind of what I'm getting, especially with Temperance and Fright in reverse. Like I feel like, this is a Temperance card, by the way. I'm just thinking for a second. Well, I'm just thinking on this Temperance card in reverse. You want to like, comment, share, subscribe if this is resonating with you. If you know how to pronounce it, Sibia, please let me know, because I would like to know. Okay, I got it. It took me a second because I was like, okay, because the frightened reverse is also like big changes coming your way. And I feel like there's a part of you that feels like you won't be able to balance it. Like this glow up, but like you will. Again, especially with like the 5 of Cups and the angry woman in reverse. Like there's something you've mourned already. And I think that's like this big change is like you are letting it go. Like this thing that kind of like took over your life a little too much, or maybe left you a little disillusioned, or like you were kind of like in this kind of repetitive thinking circle, that is being released. And I think especially in conjunction with this nature card, this glow up, like it might, you know, have an emotional rupture, you know, and that's, you know, if you have to cry, journal, tape a voice rant, I don't, you know, like it's saying this, like for the glow up to happen, for you to like release this and to have this, like, especially with this Son of Cups right here under love, like, hello. The Sun is also the Knight of Cups. And this is all about charm, right? So yeah, I feel like there's like something about you that's like being released, pile 1. This like anger or this resentment or this like that you'd been like disillusioned with, or like some part of your life that like you felt, you know, was going to be one thing and wasn't the other. That's going to stop taking over like so much of your headspace, which is just going to literally open so many doors. Like as soon as like all of this is released, like how freaking beautiful is this, y'all? Look at that. Like, come on. Especially with the 6, it reminds me of like the 6 of Cups. I always think of like nostalgia or, you know, reconciliation. And then again, that doesn't have to be with a person. But again, even with yourself, it's like, it's this glow up. It's like all about like literally like an emotional flush. Not to say you should just keep doing that and like let it build. But I think it's saying like, once you do this, prevent this from happening again, from like getting in this cycle. Like let yourself be upset about something, but grieve it, right? And then move on. So you're able to have this sort of like charm, and just really like the Son of Cups is just like such like an attractive, glowy sort of card. It's like you can tell what they're saying is like direct, like see how like the heart is matching. Like it's like right into your cup. I'm feeling you like there's like an alignment there. So yeah, I think that's kind of like what your pile 1, I think that is what your glow up is, coming up for you, is this release of whatever's kind of been giving you a mental fog, you know, and this, I keep hearing Hootie and the Blowfish, let her cry, let her tears fall down on me. Like just let yourself cry, whoever you are, pile 1. And if crying's not your thing, you know, whatever is your safe way of venting and grieving, you know, listening to rage metal or taking a long ass bath or whatever it is, do it. Because that's, you're like, this shedding is going to just be so friggin' cathartic is what I'm getting. And it's just like, you're going to feel like just like a new person, like literally like, sorry, like a little baby, like a fresh little newborn. Had to swipe it all the way around to tell you that. But that concludes your reading, pile 1. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you did, please like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Yeah, I really enjoy doing these, and I'm super grateful that you watch this. And I'll see you next time. Bye, pile 1. Hello. If you're here, you picked pile 2. Welcome. Before we jump into the Oracle and the Tarot cards, to kind of get into your glow up pile 2, I'm going to go over the Oracle card you picked to kind of do a little bit of a vibe check, if you will. So you can see if you're like, yeah, this totally feels like where I'm at, sort of thing, and we can continue with the reading. So you picked Time from the Dream Interpretation Oracle deck, which I will link below. And what I think is really interesting about this pile 2 is that the number 3, you know, you've got 30 right here, and you got 1, 2, 3 figures here. is like all about like this like creativity, like this sort of powerful need to communicate and experience a lot sort of thing. I'm definitely getting that you are on a more spiritual glow up, if that makes sense, or whatever you're trying to connect to, you know, internally. Like, especially with like all these figures, like I feel like right now it might feel like you're a lot of different people, and it's kind of hard how to or you're not unsure of how to navigate that. And especially with time, like, yes, time is a construct, yada yada yada, but like past, present, future, I feel like there's a lot of anxiety maybe happening. And again, I'm not sure what it's about. We're in a very anxiety inducing world, so very, very warranted if you're feeling anxious. But that's where I feel like you're at pile 2, and then the cards will reveal your glow up. Great, now I'm seeing on here. Perfect. So first I'm going to do the Sibia, or I think it's Sibylla, I'm not sure, Oracle cards, and then I'm going to pull the Holly Simple to kind of clarify them, the tarot. And I pre-pulled these, but I have not seen them yet, so the reveal is for both of us. All right, pile 2, here we go. All right, we've got waiting. It's a saucy lady. Delay in reverse. Wow, a lot of waiting, and that, how interesting with the time card too, like time standing still, literally. Pile 2. What does it say? I can't read up. Contrariety, displeasure. Written reverse. The consultant. I'm gonna remove these over a little bit. I did not put these anyway. Great. See them all? Can you? Great. And then absence. Oh, pile 2. I feel like a very, I don't even want to use the word heavy, because that's not the word, because it hasn't been heavy. It's been kind of gauzy, almost like a fever dream, I feel like, for you for a while. Like, I feel like there's just been a lot of like consulting you've been doing, and, you know, maybe absence in the term of like withdrawing, especially if, you know, people are kind of, in terms of like what you're trying to manifest or glow up with, like, and I do think it's like more of like a spiritual thing, but, you know, it could be anything else. It's a general reading, y'all. But whatever it is you are working on, there is some disagreement within like your social circles or whatever. So you've been, you know, kind of withdrawing a little bit. At the same time, it's like, you're like, well, how much friggin' longer? It's kind of the vibe I'm getting, pile 2, for whatever this is you're waiting to happen in terms of this glow up. So let's see what the tarot cards say. The good news is this is what is your next glow up. So waiting should be over soon now. Wow. First card, strength. I sound like such a dope. Wow. Going with some wow. But wow, for real. Especially under waiting. So I think it's kind of saying like there might be some frustration or displeasure with what you've been doing, or like you feel like this delay is, you know, something you've been doing in the wrong. But no, it's not that. There's nothing I'm getting with the strength card. It's like, yes, you are like where you're supposed to be. Your focus is good. Your patience is good. You've got like a good composure about this. It's kind of what I'm getting, pile 2 so far. And then we've got the Mother of Swords, or Queen of Swords in reverse. The Father of Pentacles in reverse, or the King of Pentacles in reverse. The Five of Swords also in reverse. And then the Hermit in reverse. Wow, how interesting that's like right under the absence card. Kind of what, yeah. So this is going to be over soon, y'all. Like this sort of waiting period, this sort of, I don't know what the word, oop, that's my dog. I'm gonna pause while they bark. Please hold. All right, sorry about that, pile 2. So yes, we're right here with the absence and the Hermit card being right underneath each other. I do think this period of being in this, oh, I know what I was going to say. Sorry if I already said this. It's almost like Jello is the only way I can think about it, where you're like, you know, moving just, or molasses almost. Is kind of what I'm getting, pile 2. And maybe you even felt like, yeah, like literally with the Mother of Swords, the Queen of Swords in reverse, like you might have felt like your perception was foggy and you're like, why the hell is this, whatever your glow up is, like, why is this taking so long? And again, I'm not getting anything specific glow up wise. Like, I feel like this is just something you will know, like something you've been working for so long that you would consider like part of your glow up. Like, I'm not getting a specific like, oh, this is for love or for money, or like, this just feels like you have been working and been so strong about something, pile 2, and you're just kind of like at the point where you're like, I feel like I'm almost missing out on life at this point because I've been working so hard at this, whatever it is, and I don't know how to, you know, make sense of it, or like, when do I give up, almost is like the feeling I'm getting. Pile 2. Yeah, but I'm definitely seeing it. It's this, whatever you feel like this hole is in your day-to-day routine or life is gonna be filled, I feel, just because, like with the 5 of Swords in reverse, like whatever tension is gonna break. It's kind of what I'm getting, pile 2. Such an interesting reading, like especially with the Time card, and a lot of waiting. And I hate saying this because trust me, I've had to wait for a lot of things and I friggin' hate it. But I also think it is saying that this time is beneficial, like part of your glow up, especially with the Father of Pentacles in reverse. It's like kind of, usually it's about like, you know, discipline and like, you know, working methodically. There's my dog again. And literally she started barking because it's like, stop, like upside down. It's like, take a break from this. I'm gonna pause again. Sorry about that, pile 2. But yeah, like almost like literally, it's so funny that like this pile keeps getting delayed when like your whole thing is about waiting and just this frustration. And I think with the glow up, what it's saying is, especially with this in reverse, and by this I mean displeasure, like, you know, you see 2 figures, you're kind of fighting, whatever like misunderstandings have been happening in your life are going to be cleared up. Like again, like this tension is literally going to break, is kind of what I'm getting, pile 2. I'm looking up really quickly the consultant lady. Yeah, it's saying, yeah, break the tension with kindness and generosity. Sorry, no, this is kind of turning advice when this is about your glow up, but I think it's like saying that this is your glow up, that you are going to be able to break this tension and you are going to like kind of radiate this love and generosity, you know, despite withdrawing for a while. And I think that's kind of what I'm getting here, pile 2, is like, you might feel like you've been gone for a while from whatever this is, like a social circle or a person or a job or like working out or meditating or your side hustle or whatever it is. But there might be a little bit of a wait is kind of what I'm getting. But the tension is going to break, whatever tension you are feeling. So maybe that is with like, let's just say working out, for example, like you're, oh, I'm just so frustrated because I've been following X, Y, and Z and I'm not seeing results. Like, you're going to get them. That strength, in the waiting. Cause like, look at this card. I love this waiting card because it's different than the absence card, you know, because she knows something's coming. Like, she's looking over her shoulder. She's like, I know you're coming to me. Whereas absence, if I could talk, she's just like kind of looking pretty. Like this almost looks like she's posting a thirst trap. She's like, oh, haha, here I am, LOL. Did he view my story? I'm not saying this is about love. It could be, but with the strength and waiting, this tension is going to be broken, and then you're going to keep going in this like glow up journey, pile 2. And yeah, that is going to conclude your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry again for all the delays. But hey, guess what? All the delays happened, and I still finished the damn thing, and you're just going to finish the damn thing too, okay, pile 2? So yeah, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the drill. And I will talk to you soon. Ciao, pile 2. Bye, bye, bye. Hi, hello. If you are here, you picked pile 3, which is the Mountain card from the Dream Interpretation Oracle deck. Such a pretty card. It's very Lord of the Rings to me, just with the long Gandalf-esque hair. Very much. Well, before I start getting into it really quickly, pile 3, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over your Oracle card, the one you chose for this deck, or for this pile, rather, to kind of get a vibe check, if you will. And if you feel like, yeah, this is me, or this feels, you know, on point, or what have you, keep watching. If not, you can go back and pick another pile, or watch multiple piles. Do what you please. And then I'm going to show, I've got Oracle cards and Tarot cards to kind of reveal what your next glow up is, pile 3. So yeah, that's how we're gonna kind of do it. So let's hop right into it. So the Mountain, like I was saying before, I'm getting like very Gandalf vibes, very like quest, journey, you know, literally like, you know, I don't know what the quote is from the Bible, but like, you know, believe can move mountains or what have you. Sorry, I'm just staring. It's so pretty. And there's just like so much green and abundance here. So I feel like there's like, you are like, I want it all, baby. Like whatever all is to you, like you want all of the abundance. You are prepared. Like you've got your walking stick. You've got your cool wizard hat to block the sun. You probably got like wizard SPF on. So that sounds like you, pile 3. Let's keep going. And I did pull, well, of course I pulled them, but I pre-pulled them, but I didn't look at them yet. So this is as much of a reveal for me as it is for you. So again, we're starting with the Sibia Oracle deck. We've got infantilism, a dark-haired man, oh, can I read? Success in reverse, city house, and then we have fiend in reverse. So kind of pile 3, whatever this means for you, I feel like you're growing up. And that isn't to say like you're a brat. I mean, maybe you are. I don't know. I don't know your life. But something is, and especially with this fiend card in reverse, like I feel like somebody has inspired you, like almost like, you know, the idea of like the best idea of revenge is, or the best form of revenge is a life best lived. Like I feel like somebody made you, or something made you feel like you can't do whatever it is you want glow up wise. Like you can't have the success, you can't have the big city house. Like this fiend, this like literally like this dark shadow above you. And even if maybe this is an internal dialogue, but like something about this glow up involves like growing up, or like moving past this sort of woe is me. Which is, this is actually a very sad card, because it's, I believe her dog is dead. So this isn't to say whatever you were upset about was not legit. Like, you know, even if people were kind of telling you otherwise, pile 3, it wasn't like you weren't blowing something out of proportion. You know what I mean? Like whatever you did feel like really upset about, or whatever did spur you into action, like you were allowed to have that, well, I mean, you're allowed to react however you want, but like it was warranted is what I'm saying. yeah, because it's funny because it's like, this is technically like a helpful person. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looks like a little bit of somebody I'd probably want to punch in the face. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, ha ha ha. But it's funny because it's also like known as a helpful person, but I'm getting this very like vibe of like, somebody said like, you can't have this, like a fiend. And so this glow up is all about like proving someone wrong. And maybe it's even, again, it doesn't have to be like a person or a situation. It could just be like yourself. Like, you know what? No, I can't friggin' do this, dude. But let's pull the tarot cards to kind of clarify this for you, pile 3. But yeah, I'm getting very like, and I mean, this is obviously like, you know, enough with J-Lo, the movie, which does trigger warning. It does trigger warning, touch on, you know, spousal abuse. But she's like, fudge this. And like, she gets strong and she like, she kicks ass. It's a great movie. Watch enough starring J-Lo. Anyway, we've got the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, right under infantilism. The Father or the King of Wands in reverse, under a dark-haired man. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, under success, right? Again, it's like something feels out of reach, but I'm feeling like that's not... Yeah, okay. 4 of Cups in reverse, under the sea. Wow, 4-4, that's interesting. I'm seeing a lot of mirroring happening here too. And the 5 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so I'm really feeling like whatever this force is that's driving your glow up is, again, I feel like the spite, and I don't mean like a petty spite again. It could just be like, you know, you're upset about how things are going in the world and you're like, I'm gonna do something about it. You know, it can be righteous. It doesn't, again, I just want to emphasize that. Like, it's not like a petty sort of thing. Pile 3. But with the Father of Wands in reverse, yeah, with the vision, it's like something had warped your vision about like your idea of success. Pile 3. Like it really, like I think it really did. Like, or you're like, somebody really told you that like, this is going to be an uphill climb. And that isn't to say it isn't. But in terms of glow up, especially with like the 5 of Pentacles and the Fiend in reverse, like I'm getting that like these sort of, whatever this presence is, whether it is yourself or, you know, people you hang out with or a partner or whoever's kind of like instilling these ideas in you, or like whatever situation is kind of like making you feel like you really can't like have this 2 of Pentacles, like you can't balance everything, like your vision isn't clear, like everything is out of grasp. Like, I think you are learning to see through it, pile 3. Like there's a recuperation happening, even in reverse. Again, I just think there's like a lot of mirroring happening, and it's like as soon as you let go of whatever's happening for you, pile 3, that like, and I think this is like I said at the beginning, this is a situation like where like, I kind of want to, you know, 180 everything, or, you know, like a big part of my life, or you know, what have you. And this glow up is definitely going to happen. Because again, like you are prepared for this, despite the fact that you've had so many naysayers. So I think there's just going to be a lot of confidence that comes through pile 3, and like just reinvigoration in terms of what you're chasing. Because like right now, like I'm getting that there is a lot of like nervousness around like security, around being able to like have it all, being able to balance it. That success is out of reach. But again, I think the vision, sorry, my dog's barking at something, is being warped by this fiend. And once you get rid of this, then you're gonna have the success. So I think, I just got like the veil, you just have to pull it away. Like that's all I heard, is like, just pull it away, pile 3. Just pull it away. And then like this glow up, then it's like, all of a sudden you're like, yeah, let's friggin' go, bro. And like, you've got, you know, your Camelback or whatever, and you've had your protein shake, or you're ready to go. The veil just needs to be pulled back. And then this like new sheen is going to just reveal itself to pile 3. Like, I get this like almost like a just glowy feeling once you like this, like literal glow up for you, pile 3. Once you pull back, pull away from whatever situation or person or idea, like your own idea, or, you know, maybe a habit that has you thinking you can't reach what you want. Because you, like, it's literally, I just keep hearing, just pull it away. That's all I have to do, just pull it away. Yeah, so that's what I've got for you, pile 3. I feel like this was shorter, but I feel like your glow up, it's like, there's a lot of passion here for you, like for whatever it is you're chasing. And because of that, like, because you are prepared, like, you're gonna get it really quickly. But that, again, that's kind of like up to you if you're able to pull back this veil of like this idea of like you can't have the success or whatever it is that you want. Pile 3, like that's literally the only thing holding you back, which I know can be so frustrating. But especially with the 4 of Cups in reverse, like, it's take that time to recoup, you know, like you don't have to be going all the time. Like even when you're climbing up a mountain, you know, you make camp for the night, right? So don't let these like ideas of insecurity or like if I can't be moving all the time fog your vision, because you do need that balance, pile 2. So I think that's also coming. It's like being able to see through this fog and like almost like this false sense of urgency in your life, pile 3, and being able to take that time to recuperate and see that like, no, I am able to build success for my life in whatever way I define that. Yeah, that all just kind of came at once. But yeah, pile 3, that kind of concludes your reading. I feel like I just feel like this energy of just like, like, I know I got it, okay. But like literally just give yourself some time to unwind a little bit. Step away, pitch a tent, but you know what I mean? Relax for a little bit. Like, otherwise, yeah, the vision won't be clear. Pile 4, or pile 3, I'm sorry. The veil. All right, that is it for real this time, pile 3. If you liked what you heard or resonated with you, please like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the drill. And thank you so much for being here with me. And I wish you all the best of friggin' luck in this wild, wild world. All right, bye, pile 3. All right, and last but not least, we have pile 4. If you are here, it's because you picked books, nerd. No, I'm just kidding. Books are awesome. They literally bring you into other worlds, right? Sorry, I just noticed this background too. That's wild. Before we get into this, I'm just going to give you a little breakdown of how this is going to go, pile 4. I'm going to kind of dive into the oracle card that you picked to kind of do like a vibe check, if you will, in terms of what your glow up is. And then I'm going to pull the Sylvia Oracle deck cards and then the tarot cards to see what your glow up is. All right, pile 4s. I love this card. It's very... I just like it because it combines like new and old technologies, right? Like you've got like these very like worn looking books with this very, I don't know, silicone based creature, alien goo thing, time lord with spike knees. Anyway, I really enjoy this card. I get why you picked it. Especially with the books, it's like I feel like you've been diving back into maybe your own personal histories, or you know, if this is like you're more on a spiritual quest, like researching things from further back to kind of help you define what's going on now for you, pile 4. Yeah, I feel like there's this focus, but you're able to detach, which is cool. Is kind of what I'm getting, pile 4. Like, you know, there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle, and you're able to kind of will your attention accordingly. So if that sounds like you're in the right place. If not, get out of here. No, I'm kidding. Just pick a different pile or stay. I don't care. Anyway, I pre-picked these piles, but I did not look at them, so it's as much of a reveal for me as it is for you. So you've got reconciliation in reverse, pleasant pastime, loss of money. And again, this is your glow up, so don't panic, y'all. Country house. That's a pretty card. And, can I read? Chattering in reverse. Sorry, I'm just making sure you can see them all. Just thinking on this. I feel like maybe you've been pouring a lot of money into solving how to fix something. Or a lot of resources. It doesn't necessarily, or energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be money. But I feel like there's been, you know, some pleasant pastime, which is awesome. You know, obviously have fun. The reconciliation reverse, I feel like, yeah, you've been putting a lot of energy into trying to fix this, but I think at the same time also trying to give off this, like, air of being awesome, which is great. But I feel like especially with the chattering, it's like there's almost a hope that people will start talking about you, but like, you know, like in a good way, like maybe to kind of help with this. And I think it might be working, is kind of what I'm getting. So I think whatever your glow up is kind of like people are seeing you in like this, whatever way you've been working to, you know, studying, like I just have a, like you, or if it's about your looks or, because with reconciliation too, like it doesn't have to be a person. It can be with, you know, yourself, with like your body. Like maybe you haven't really stretched in a while and you're like, oh, I kind of, you know, I've been out of touch with my body. Time to reconcile with that. Or, you know, so it doesn't always have to be a person. I just want to make that very clear. It can be. But I feel like, yeah, whatever you've been trying to fix, or like, especially like, maybe if people were talking, since this is in reverse, negatively about it in the past, I think that's going to switch around for you, pile 4. Yeah, but let's take a look at the tarot cards. I'm going to lay them underneath to kind of like clarify each of them, if you will. And again, I have not seen these. We've got the 8 of, is that the 8? Yes. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. Ace of Wands. Cool. This is fun. The Tower in reverse. With lots of money. Okay. The 10 of Pentacles also in reverse. And then the 6 of Wands. Yeah, so I feel like you have like been doing your diligence with whatever you're trying to fix. But here's the awesome news. Your globe, it's like, I'm just hearing like party, party, party. Especially with like Leo season coming up. Like I know this can be a timeless reading, like whenever you find it, but I happen to be recording it right as Leo season is around the bend. Like this inspiration with this, I think you have been working really hard at something to fix something. Like you've been reading, you've been studying, you've been pouring a lot of money into it. Like maybe even facing some people like talking bad about you trying to chase this thing. But here's awesome news, pile 4. Inspiration comes with having fun. Right? Like this Tower moment, like it's not to say like you've been wasting your time doing all this thing, but I think it's like you've done all the studying, or you've done all the foundational work you need to do. Like this loss of money, this Tower, this like in reverse, this big moment, this like big cataclysmic moment is sort of over for you, pile 4. Whatever that means for you, like in terms of moment. Like it could just be like, I don't know, maybe you didn't get the raise you were looking for, or a roommate moved out unexpectedly and you had to find another roommate. Like that was lost of money or something like that. Like, I feel like the good news is whatever, like globe-wise, like whatever you've been trying to like fix in your life, whatever you've been pouring a lot of energy into, it's coming. And this is the best part. It's coming. Not if. I don't want to, you know, condition your manifestations, but I think what the cards are saying is you're working too hard, and your globe is like you're supposed to go out and have some fun. Like you're supposed to go out and have like especially with this country home and the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, like It doesn't mean like, oh, go broke and go party. Like, but like, I'm getting this sort of energy that like, even if you do spend a lot of money and you're like, ooh, like you kind of find a way back. And this isn't by any means, please be financially responsible. Don't go buy a bunch of stuff and be like, this YouTube astrologer told me to. I'm not even an astrologer, so that would be incorrect anyway. I don't know why I said that. So, but especially, yeah, with the Triumph card here. Like, you've got the Triumph card in the end. Like, you're going to, like, your glow up is, like, kind of, like, literally, like, going out and having fun. Because that'll shut up your haters, if you will, or whatever. And again, haters could be people. It could be inner talk. It could be whatever. Like, you're going to have this victory. You're going to have fun doing it. But, like, what I'm getting, pile 4, is, like, this glow up comes at a cost. And that is, the cost is to go have fun. Like, you've been working too hard. You know, like, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of what I'm getting here. For you, pile 4. Yeah, especially with the chattering, like, yeah, you don't have to, like, tell people about this work, too, is kind of what I'm getting, like, going out and having fun with these people, like, you don't have to be like, oh, no, I was doing this. And again, I keep saying people, it could be yourself, like, you don't have to prove your hard work to anybody, like, just go out and have fun, you're a person, you deserve to have fun, because, by virtue of being alive. So I think it's, like, kind of what I'm getting, is, like, you're going to, this glow up is, like, kind of, like, releasing this almost like perfectionist tendency, pile 4, and like that's kind of like ultimately like left you in a little bit of a loop, so to speak, literally by going out and having fun. If only it were so easy for everyone. And I'm not saying, you know, your situation or your glow up is that easy, but I think in terms of like, again, whatever it is you're trying to fix, going out, like, again, like, let's use a, you know, you need a new roommate really quickly situation. Maybe you're panicking because you're like, how am I going to pay rent for 2 rooms, blah, blah, blah. But if you go out, maybe you see an old friend that, you know, from, you both used to live in Philadelphia together, and now you're in a different city, and now they're like, I'm actually looking for a roommate. You know what I mean? So it's saying, like, going out and having fun will, like, we'll help you with this glow up, we'll help you with this, like, give you this success, this victory, pile 4. You've done all the studying you need to do. I promise you, like, you've done all the legwork is what I'm getting. Yeah, like, I'm just like, dang, this is awesome. Like, the glow up is like, oh, you're gonna, you know, let loose a little bit and just have a lot of fun and then like have success. And people might be like hating on you, but like, tough titties. Yeah, I think that kind of concludes it, pile 4 is what I'm getting. It's like, I just keep hearing, have fun. Like, that's your glow up. You're just gonna have some fun. Like, much deserved too. Well deserved, by the way. Yes, so that concludes your reading, pile 4. If you did enjoy this or resonated with you or what have you, like, share, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. It really helps my channel. And I really appreciate you watching all of this and hang out with me on YouTube. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you during the next reading. All right, bye, pile 4. Bye.